Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for once again joining us. It is Friday, TGIF everyone. How's it going?
Happy Friday.
Look who's here.
I'm here, I'm back. Slim Shady's back.
I dragged her in.
Drug.
Why are you here?
I don't know, why am I here?
She made it. She made it. It's good. So, it is Friday night. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to try to do an hour and a half instead of 2 hours. So, if you have any questions, she'll be kicking me under the table if I start running long. You know, I get long-winded. You know, I got that ADD thing, and I'll start skipping all over the place. And I have no bullet points, so it's just kind of like ad hoc. Whatever happens, happens. That's the great part about these nights.
Music is a bit high.
Is it loud? All right, let's go ahead and turn it down. So that's the great part about the the lives, because we could just talk about anything. Now this week I did a lot. Usually I'll do about 2 or 3 videos. This week I did 5. Fire, guys, fire. It was a lot. But if you don't know, if you didn't see all the different lives or all the different things that I did today's was the Canon and Reuters, where they partnered to combat fake news photos. That was like really pretty big. It didn't get a lot of traction because it is photo oriented and people are just not into the photo as much as they were before. But it was really important because that goes to show, and it's something that I was talking about 2 years ago, that they need to come up with something that will be able to prove the authenticity of an image, so that when a photographer that it's out in the field takes a picture of something, when they bring it back to the newsroom, they know that it's actually authentic. And Canon has done something in their camera itself that will allow that to happen. That's number one. And then I did another video that was the Starlink satellite to cellular service, which was really interesting, how they're getting close to going live with that. But instead of here in the US, they're going to be doing it in Japan. Why is that? Why? T-Mobile, I don't know what's going on, with them, but, we can talk about that tonight. Also, I checked the Starlink speed in your area before you buy it. That was the whole idea, is checking that speed. And I figured out a way going into their site where you can actually find out what the average speeds or the mean speeds are in your specific state. So if you want to buy Starlink now, you'll actually know. A lot of people ask me, like, how fast is it, in Kentucky? I'm like, I don't friggin' know. Well, now you know. So I'll show you that too tonight. And then lastly, the T-Mobile partnership that I was talking about with Starlink and SpaceX, how this thing has been struggling over the last year. It was actually last August when they shook hands on stage and formed that partnership between Starlink and T-Mobile, which is just odd. Like, nothing has happened since. So I have some ideas on why that is. But anyways, if you have any questions, put a Q before your questions so it stands out, or put at JCristina. That will make
Peter.
It stand out.
Thanks for
Is Peter in here?
things.
Is Peter here? How you doing, Peter? Appreciate you, as always, being here. Matter of fact, Peter was on the show that I was just on the other night. Yeah, Peter came. He showed up.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I
Where
haven't
were
even
you?
been, some of us have a job too, not just this person. And some of us have to leave home and get on planes and travel far away.
Yes, she does. I don't have to do that. Well, I don't now anymore. We used to go here and there every once in a while back in the day,
Yeah,
but
but
we
you
don't
never
do
got
that
on
anymore.
planes.
Yeah, we're going to Vegas or going to New York
Yeah.
or something. But it wasn't
like
it
me.
wasn't as often. Obviously,
Yeah.
she's going all the time. Anyways, who do we have in here? Low Tech Greg, how are you doing? He says smash that like button. I would appreciate that.
Hi, Flying Pretzel.
Flying Pretzels here. How
Low
are you
Tech.
doing?
Adrian and Ruth, hi guys.
Yes, Adrian Ruth. We were on
Ricky
Adrian Ruth's
Pro
show.
Copy, Perth, Australia. Mark.
Wow.
That's
See,
really
Phil.
far.
We have
Patio
Phil
Nelson.
from North Carolina.
Hi, John.
John, that's right. Ricky, Joe. Who else do we have here? Cynthia. How are you doing? That's from Canada. How are you doing, Cynthia? So there's a bunch of people
I want
on
you guys
already.
to know that
That's
Joe
good.
has me on this thing again.
Yeah.
So bear with me if I lose my space spot.
Yeah, she's on the iPad Pro instead of on my new Mac. So
I always get gypped.
I already heard shit about it. So
Yeah.
all right.
I'm just
So,
saying.
any questions that are popping up here, we'll get into them. Thanks a lot once again, Peter, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for smashing the like button. And thank you, Real Nikon Lover. How you doing? Appreciate you. Thank you for that
Hi,
super chat.
Melvin,
That is
Panama,
awesome.
Central
I really do
America.
appreciate that.
And Scott from New Zealand, Melvin from Panama, Central America. Wow. We have peeps from all over the world. I love it.
Yeah.
Question. Ricky Joe, did y'all get hit bad with the storm down south? It was much missed us, but it did do damage in the Lake City area in Columbia County. Clay Electric currently has about 10,000 power outages there.
It's so
We
crazy.
actually fared well, thank God,
Yes.
because it went to the west coast of where we are and it traveled north into just underneath Tampa and Steinhatchee. It's
Yeah.
a small little town. They got a lot of damage, but
The water
I think
was
it
like
made
4 feet.
landfall in the area where there wasn't as much population. Not that it helps, but
Yeah, there was like literally like 4 feet of water going through some of the
Some
stores and
areas
some
hit
of the
6 feet.
shops, and 6 feet. Oh my
Yeah.
God. It was kind of crazy. And our daughter lives south of where it came on shore. So they got a bunch of wind, some pretty good sized gusts and rain and squalls and all that kind of stuff. But they fared pretty well. I don't think she lost power, right? They didn't lose power.
No, they didn't.
That was
They did
very
good.
fortunate. Usually, you know, you get a little mouse fart and they lose power over there.
But FPL was ready. They had a lot of people. They had like 30 to 34,000 people on
Yeah.
standby. So
Jeez. You imagine 34,000 FPL workers.
I think Florida's got
on-
it down pat. When
Yeah,
it
we
comes
know.
To hurricanes, thank
When-
God. It took some rough years, but
Yeah,
all
I mean,
good.
we had a year where we got hit with a storm that went over us. All the trees were like this. We came out, we looked around. In the eye of the storm, it's like, oh my God, this is pretty bad. The storm turned around, did a U-turn, and came back over us the other way and pulled the trees back straight up.
Yeah, it did.
Honest to God truth. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that was a pretty crazy one.
Yeah.
That's rare where they just like go over Florida and then do a U-turn and go back over Florida.
Yeah.
Basically from the Atlantic into the Gulf of Mexico, and then from the Gulf of Mexico into the Atlantic. Yeah, that was no fun. It was slow too. It was like
Yeah.
lethargic. It
I
took
mean,
so
this one
long.
did a lot of damage because it brought a lot of water, but at least it was fast. It moved fast.
Yeah, it can't.
We have a question
Yep,
from.
shoot.
Hold on, I might have lost my spot.
She's gonna give me crap with this iPad. Come on.
Lanny.
Oh, Lanny?
Hello, both of you. Do you know if Starlink will have a ground station in Fiji soon? I live in neighboring Wallis and Futuna Islands.
I have not heard anything specific in Fiji, but what I do know is that they are putting together a lot of ground stations and a lot of new pops. But this is the big but here. Or I shouldn't say if, but when those version 2 satellites go up into LEO, that they can start launching them with their Starship once it doesn't blow up, and they can start putting some of these big boys up there, you're not going to need as many of them. When I say of them, I mean the ground stations and the point of presence, those pops, because I think a lot of that data is going to be circulating in LEO through laser communication. So it would be just at the speed of light, very, very quick. And that's it. So just hang tight right now, even in Canada. For example, a lot of the folks in Canada are using ground station pops or whatnot in the U.S., on the border of the U.S. I don't know what the reason behind that is. But, maybe it's just the Canadian government is not allowing them to be made as of right now. I don't know. But they are using, and it's still working good. The only thing is when you have those pops or the ground stations too far away from you, it just adds latency. So instead of getting 30 milliseconds or 35 milliseconds latency, you'll end up with 50, let's say, 55 milliseconds, which isn't bad considering you're still dealing with a satellite in comparison to HughesNet or Viasat, where you're going to get 100 milliseconds or 200 or maybe even a full second. So, some crazy amounts. So anyways, I hope that helps.
Pro copy. Pity it didn't blow the tree down that's in the way of the new pool, right? Can you imagine?
Yes, that would be sweet. I would like
great.
that. You know what I want to do real quick? I want to do something. Hold on just a second. Let's see if I can get this thing to happen here. Let me go into here and see.
Technically, we would need it to take down 3 trees. 3.
3 trees?
Yeah.
Let me just close this for just a second. I just want to.
Now I'm getting closed.
Yeah, I want to see if I can actually. Yeah, here we go. All right. Okay, so I just popped that up, and you guys should probably see it. Can you see it? Yes, there you go. So we have 71,975 subscribers as of right now, and that is a live feed. So maybe we can get up to 72,000 by the end of this show. Who knows? If you're not subscribed, and you're watching,
thumbs up, share,
subscribe. Yeah, and definitely share. Let the community
thumbs
know
down
that
if
we're.
you don't like it either. We want to hear it all.
Yeah, that's fine too. But yeah, share it with the community. See if we can get some people on here that are not currently either members or subscribed, and see if we can get some new subscribers on here. That would be awesome.
And definitely share the live videos, because I think that people like to interact, and I don't know if a lot of people do the time like you do to answer questions or just chat with their peeps online that they have.
Yeah, I try
grow
to
a channel
always.
And then they just come on and talk. They don't really interact with their community. So
yeah, I think it's important. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Well, and they get to know
I know
you
we
better,
do.
and what you're about and what you do. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we have a couple other questions.
Shoot.
Adrian and Ruth, a few people order Starlink and T-Mobile because of your info on our live. That's awesome.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was a lot. Thank you so much for having me. It was great. Really good conversation. It's nice to talk to people that are not usually on this show. And being invited on yours is awesome. Maybe in the future we can get you on this show as a guest. So we'll see. Maybe we can work something out. But yeah, it was really fun. Thank you so much.
Here we go. Hold on, guys.
While you do that and play with the
because
pen,
this is the
I'm going to see
poop
what I can
emoji
find.
that you give me to work with.
Let me see. Scott says, question, is 5G wireless broadband unlimited data for $69 a month cheaper than, let me see, what you'd pay over there? So, yeah, so 5G wireless broadband. Number one, Scott, where are you located? Okay, I just want to know if you're getting really 5G or you're getting the US 5G, which is kind of bullshit 5G. Anyways, if you're in Europe, you're probably getting real 5G. But $69 for 5G, if it's truly 5G, where you're getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of megabits down, that's pretty damn good. So right now, SpaceX Starlink is obviously $120 per month, $150 if you want to go mobile or you want to go roam around or whatnot. But figure $120. If you're in a rural area really far away where there's not a lot of people, you might be able to get it for $90 a month. But that's it. T-Mobile, though, is pretty damn cheap. For 5G, it is $55 a month. You can get $20 off if you have a plan with them. I think it's like, I forgot what they call it, the blue plan, max plan, purple plan, I don't know, some kind of plan. If you have one of their plans, you can get an extra $20 off, and then if you auto pay another $5. So let's call it $35 a month or something, maybe 30. Let's call it $35 a month. You can get unlimited 5G, which is sick. That is really nice. And now Verizon is doing the exact same thing. If you have a Verizon tower near you, it's called Verizon Home Internet, whereas the other one is called T-Mobile Home Internet. And now there is AT&T jumping into the match here to go against direct competition, I guess, go against T-Mobile and Verizon. And they are, I think it's called AT&T Internet Air is what they call it. AT&T is just a hella horse shit. I would say go with anyone else besides AT&T. The stuff that they do is just... We just had, matter of fact, we talk about fiber all the time. We just had a meeting with AT&T and the board of directors, the board of the HOA here, as well as a whole bunch of community members. And they did a Zoom, and it was AT&T, it was Blue Stream, and also I think it was Hotwire, I think it is. Anyways, the bottom line is AT&T is just the most horrendous out of all of them. And it's always been that way. Instead of burying the cable guys, you know what they want to do? They want to take the fiber cables and hang it on the poles.
Like curtains.
Yeah, just like hang it on, like literally poles that have been there for 30 years.
Very modern.
Let's hang.
I like it. Let's do it. Let's do retro.
I like that. Yeah, just like hang the. I mean, are these people out of their damn mind?
Especially in Florida.
The cheapest friggin' company. Doesn't matter how much money the government subsidizes AT&T. They're the cheapest damn company. Cheap. I mean, cheap. Horrible people. Cheap. Anyways, give me some questions. You see, I went on.
Stop talking too much. Okay, John, I got my Starlink last week, liking it. It's not getting the best Wi-Fi right now because I have to put in the ROS in my other buildings. Going to get a new router for home. That's good.
Yeah, how far are the buildings? You might want to get one of those APs, like an access point for an outdoor connection, and then send the feed from outdoor to outdoor, and then bring the feed indoors if you don't want to bury a cable from one building to the next building. And if you're just trying to get Wi-Fi outdoors, then I would say definitely get an AP on the outside. I did an entire video just on mesh networks. Matter of fact, if you go to my list of 1,000 videos I have, type in mesh and you'll see, like, I don't know, it's like a purple, I think it's like a purple thumbnail. If you go to that one, it actually has a girl wearing mesh stockings. Hence, it's just an easy one to understand. It's the mesh. But it's a really good video, and people love it because it actually gives a lot of great information on how to build it affordably. So go check that out. I use TP-Link instead of using, Peplink, all the other expensive stuff. So anyways, go check that out.
Mesh stockings.
Meshstockings.net.
It couldn't be a mesh fishnet. It had to be stockings.
I was going to actually be, politically correct and have a guy with mesh stockings on.
That would have been great.
I'll do that next time.
Oh, God. Okay.
Hairy legs with mesh stockings.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. See, now you're thinking. Ricky Joe, my dad is actually a contractor for FPL. They lay mats for the bucket trucks to get to the lines and areas with soggy mud. Mm-hmm. He's been working 16 hours a day with the storm power restoration. I'm sure he has a lot of hard work and dangerous work. I get my intel from a good friend of mine that happens to work for FPL, and she is the...
She's like a coordinator.
She is a staging, well, she's more than that because she does all kinds of internal setting up of computer technology stuff. But when this happens, they pull people from all or other areas, and she coordinates the staging for the trucks and all the things. So, and she'll get pulled off of that and have to go work on site when it happens to get things.
Hey guys,
going.
let me know if the internet started spooling. I did not have Speedify connect. More questions.
So, Martin Maynard, greetings from beautiful area of Manford, Oklahoma, just off the Lake Keystone. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Laney or Lani, I'm not sure. Yes, thanks a lot for the explanation. It helps. Peter, I was thinking about you and your family when I see the news here in Denmark. Good to hear that you guys are okay. Yes, Peter, thank you.
Yeah. Dominic, how are you doing?
Dominic,
so 72, let's go.
Let's see.
Ricky, who we got.
We actually
Cowboy John, how are you doing, Cowboy?
We actually had a power outage on Tuesday night. Lightning struck the Clay Electric substation. A burnt of equipment took them 2 hours to restore power. Plus, it fried my monitor. It fried my monitor to my desktop. That sucks.
That does suck. Ricky Joe, what's going on? You need to put that monitor on a battery backup. Everything needs to have a battery backup.
But we had one and it skipped and it
Yeah.
hit the TV.
So, yeah, we blew up the TV even though the TV was on a battery backup because the electricity, the lightning strike went through the Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
So it blew out the AT&T modem. It blew out a switch.
And our brand new TV.
It blew out the TV. It
What
also
did they have to replace on it? What was it that it hit?
the I/O, basically the input output, the motherboard. That's what they had to
Okay.
replace. It literally went straight in through the Ethernet port and just blew up the
crazy.
board.
That's
So yeah,
Florida lightning.
that's Florida lightning. So yeah, even if you do have things on a battery backup, sometimes things like that can happen. So what I did now is the TV is just on Wi-Fi now. It's not even connected through Ethernet, so it cannot blow up anymore because there's only one cable going into it, and that is it. And that's the power cable, and that goes through a battery backup. But yeah, have a battery backup for all of your different
Yes.
devices. Don't have one big ass one. Get a whole bunch of small ones. It's just a smarter way to go. Anyways,
And stack them nicely. Anyways,
I'm not good with wiring.
honey badgers, hello.
Honey badger.
Nice to see you here tonight. Bruce and Adrian said that would be great. Just let us know whenever you want them to come on.
Absolutely. Hudson says he's getting 260 by 17 with Starlink in South Australia. Wow. That is sweet. 216 down by 17 up. Can't beat that. That is really, really nice. I've been noticing those speeds. You know what, guys? Let me bring this up because I was telling you about it. Well, let's go ahead and show you so you can see what we're talking about here. Let me go over to, let's see, we'll go to starlink.com and / map, I believe is what it is. It's not maps. I think it's just map. Yeah, here we go. Let me switch this over so you can see this. Can you see this? I think so. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. It's working. I think it's working. All right. So let me go and take that over like this. That looks good. Okay. So if you look here, now you see how it normally just shows availability, right? You see how we have just availability here? That's fine and all. But now look at what they did. If you click this little tick button here, this little thing, it gives you not just availability, you can also change it to download speed, upload speed, and latency. This is very, very important. Why is it important? You need to come in a little bit closer so you're in the frame, since it is so small for a second. But anyway, so if we go and change this to like download speed, right? So let me change this over to download speed. Now, if we can look at this, you can see we have anywhere from 25 megs all the way up to 150 megabits down. All of Florida is coming in about 41 megabits to 130 megabits. You see that? And then all of this dark area is much slower. Everything this is in the east is pretty slow. In the west is pretty fast. That's just how it is. And then even faster, we have these areas right over over here. So, I mean, this is really good stuff, just in case you want to know how fast you're going to be. So if you're in like Tennessee and you say, hey Joe, what kind of speeds am I going to get? I'm going to tell you to come over here, go into Tennessee, and then just hover over Tennessee, and you're going to see your average speeds in Tennessee is 38 megabits on the slow side, or up to 107 megabits on the fast side. If we pull back, now check this out. You see the United States is pretty dark. Look at Europe, all light. What does that mean? That's the fastest speeds that they have. So if we come down here into Europe, look at this. If you're in Italy, maximum speed 217 megabits. If you go to Spain, 245 megabits. France, 205. You go to Germany, 203. Is this awesome? So as you can see, Europe is just crushing it right now, crushing it when it comes to speeds. And the reason being is there's a lot more people in the United States in comparison to Europe. So we are definitely oversold and oversaturated. They need more satellites, they need more POPs, point of presence, and they need more ground stations. So we need to wait. Anyways, kind of interesting. So I'm glad that they did this. So in the future, if you want, you can just simply go to the starlink.com/map and then click that little tilde, that little pull down, and then you can change it to availability, download speed, upload speed, or even latency. So you know what your latency average is going to be.
Okay. John, did you find out that the Starlink on their cables, the 150 foot was $93 now, $130 now?
Question, did you find out the Starlink up on the cables 150 foot was $93, $130? John, what are you saying? Reword that, John. I want to answer you, and I'm not sure. I think I know what you're talking about, but just like reword it, and I'll answer that. Let's see, what else do we have here?
Real Nikon, AT&T sucks. I had 50% connectivity for a year on Uverse, documented. They couldn't fix it. Junk. Mike, if AT&T was the only service provider on Earth, I would pass.
It's crazy, yeah.
Hudson said, there's nothing wrong with hanging the fiber as long as said fiber is rated for it. That's how NBN did some for Australia.
Yes. So the only problem with that is I have to say that
Our weather
in our location, we have a ton of trees. So what ends up happening
you
is
just said different terrain and weather.
Exactly. Over here, we have high winds, we have a lot of trees, and the wires are always getting ripped down. Always getting ripped down. We also have squirrels and all kinds of things that just love chewing. Squirrels. They just love chewing on the wire and just screwing things up. So yeah, just to hang fiber, and then because it's really just stupid shit, because they would actually hang the fiber to get to the house, and once they get to the house where the line is, then they would go and conduit from the pole all the way to the house. Like, how is that going to be helpful when all the lines that are swung all over the place is being ripped down by trees? Yeah. It's just stupid. It's stupid. But you know what? I don't think we'll be using them.
On the bright side, John wants to know, how's the bathroom going?
The bathroom's going quite well. But stop laughing.
Oh my God.
It is doing fantastic.
Such a lie.
I got the floor tiles done.
What?
And the floor tile is in. Did you not see it?
No, wait. Yes, you're right. Only inside the shower.
In the shower, all the floor tile is in,
done.
And the grout work is done, and now it just needs to be cleaned, right, really well. And then, as of tomorrow, I'm going to start putting wall tile up, which is really exciting. You can see it in my face. It's welling up. I'm so excited.
I'm excited. I'm going to retire before this bathroom is done, and I swear this bathroom is not the Taj Mahal.
It'll get done, and I'm going to keep on sending pictures in the community chat area.
Have you even sent pictures?
I did.
First of all, I put
because you don't look at them.
Well, no, because some of us do work.
I know you work.
Not just
look at
your
the community
stuff.
chat, so you can just like.
No, why don't you look at my stuff?
Well, go look.
What do you help me with me? It's me, myself, and I. Anyways, I posted some stuff on your Instagram, I think the week before or last week. I can't remember, but I just think it's easy sometimes for me to put stuff on Instagram in the story. So if you catch it, I'll try to reshare.
Yeah. There's been actually some progress. It's some people have seen it, some people haven't. But let me see. That's a top-down shot. All the red that you see here. Let me see if that will actually. Does it work? Does it like? No.
It's not focusing. Where's your top?
Let me
thing
see.
that you have?
There. No. There. Did it work? No, it didn't.
No one can
All right.
tell what you have.
Whatever.
There.
I'll have to put it online. But anyway, actually, I think I do have it in the community chat area. But yeah, so the floor tile is in, and
no. Okay, when he says floor tile, he's only talking about the inside of the shower, not
in
the
the shower,
entirety.
because they were asking about the shower, not the entire bathroom.
Exactly, but you're not saying that. That's why I'm saying it, because you're just saying the floor tile.
The floor tile in the shower
inside
is all
the shower.
done.
That's it. So you're talking about 4 feet by 3 feet, people. That's all we got. That's it.
That's it. and about 480
In like 6
pounds of concrete.
It's like I said, I'm gonna retire before the bathroom's ever done.
I'm just gonna be dead before the damn bathroom's done.
Oh my god.
Anyways, there'll be progress tomorrow. Let's see. Questions.
I'll take
Questions. Yes, take the pics.
Why is this stream so jumpy? Did anyone else get buffed? But I think that was before.
Yeah, that was before. I
yeah.
turned on Speedify. If you guys don't know what Speedify is, it's basically a means of me putting together both T-Mobile and Starlink, so that we don't end up buffering.
Oh my god, did someone say COVID sucks? Don't even get me started with that.
What the hell happened?
Arnie said COVID sucks.
COVID
yes,
sucks?
it does.
I've actually seen people in
Just
the...
stop.
I've actually seen people in the
It's
supermarket
back.
wearing masks.
It's just stop.
And I'm like, didn't they say that the masks weren't helpful? Like the last time they finally admitted that
Don't get
they were,
demonetized.
but they said that. Did they not? I mean,
Yeah, but
it was
they say
fine.
things,
No,
but
they
it's
actually
okay.
said it. That was the CDC said, yeah. So why
It's
did they
okay
all of a
if
sudden
they
go
say
back
it.
to this? I swear to God, it was like if they didn't learn anything from the
They
first
didn't.
time. What the frick's wrong with these people? These people need Jesus. They do need
they
Jesus.
need way more than just Jesus. We're past that.
God. All right. Bless. Anyways, yeah, before we get demonetized, you don't want me to go off. That's for sure. So, yeah, let's see. What else do we have here?
Scene 46
Spooling.
likes.
Yes.
The lightning gap said spark gap and pop.
Doo-doo-doo.
Midwest Greenland here. Bijarn.
Bajarn.
We had that whole conversation about your name, remember?
Yes. Let's see. Hudson said there's 264 or 290 megabits nearly when downloading games. That's amazing, Hudson. That's some great
he's
speed.
in South Australia.
Yeah, and then Bajarn, he's in Midwest Greenland. Wow, that's just crazy. That's amazing. John says, question. Thanks for helping the Starlink, the big backup power. Yes, you need it for Starlink. I would definitely put Starlink on a backup power supply. 100% yes, 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 yes. Scott says I get 144 megabits down and 100 megabits up. Holy shit. That's with 5G, Scott. That's awesome. That is awesome. See, that's true 5G. I get LTE here, and the LTE T-Mobile is giving us about 130 to 150 down and about 50 megs to 60 megs up on the best day. So that's not bad. That's actually pretty good considering it's LTE. Michael Prince says 600 down by 34 up. That's Spectrum. That must be fiber, I'm going to guess. Or yeah, is Spectrum fiber or is it cable? Let me know. Let me see. Hudson says depends on how long you need the internet after a blackout. That's exactly true. He's adding John over there. Then we have more Spectrum here from the real Nikon lover. 800 down by 50 up. Man, I love to hate you, man. I love to hate you. Also on Spectrum. That is awesome. That is awesome.
John said in Texas we don't have too many satellites going over. How? Here, I guess.
Yeah, it's well, so Texas is the same as everywhere. The satellites go in an angle, so what happens is they're going like this around the Earth. So what ends up happening is like the satellite that's going by you is now going from Texas, and then literally in, let's call it an hour, it might be over New York. So it's just they're wrapping like this continuously at 17,000 miles per hour. So, you know, they have 45. It's 5,000 satellites that they've launched so far, and out of those 5,000 satellites, 4,500 about are in operation. And then there's about 150, I think, of the version 2 minis that are up there. But I still haven't got any confirmation that the version 2 minis are in operation. So I don't know. I know they're up there. Maybe they're just using them for testing, but I don't know. We'll see.
David Yellowhorse, hello, sir. I get 30 to 100 here in Navajo land. Just great.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Can't complain about that. That's not bad. Not bad at all.
Hudson also said Western Australia is in the 200 megabit area. There's 2 pops for the South Australian. Always seem to get great speed on the Pemba pop.
Huh. See, that's good. That's nice that you have the availability of 2. You got Wayne L here. It says I contacted Starlink for $2 a gigabyte. I can get priority service out in the middle of the desert with an RV setup. It is enabled by the switching and software. You can jump in. Switch the software they added to my account. So that's interesting. So you're getting. So that's the whole great thing though with Starlink is in comparison to T-Mobile or Verizon or AT&T or something that you actually need a tower. With Starlink, you could literally be in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere, on the top of a mountain somewhere, and as long as you can see the sky, you're going to get internet. So that's pretty. It's pretty cool. All right, go ahead.
Question: the Starlink. This is John. Starlink 150-foot cable is now $130. Now last week it was $93.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's a big jump.
That is a big jump. Let me get in there. I want to go and check that out too because that seems really high. Like why? How did it get so expensive? Like all of a sudden, is it copper costs or? Like, what is going on with that? Let me go into the shop here.
I know you also just replied to Wayne, but he has said that he used the information you gave him to set up the mesh network on the motorhome and supplied Wi-Fi to over 45 people.
Oh, damn.
That's wild.
Don't tell anybody that I told you to do that shit because then they're gonna blame me. It's gonna be like your breach of contract or some crap giving your Wi-Fi to 45 people. Don't tell anybody. I love it. That is good. All right. The cat is out of the bag. Let me go ahead and switch over real quick. And let's see. Did that work? No, it didn't. Let's go this way. Does that work? It did. Okay, great. So check this out. So this right here is the shop. So you have the different rigs. You actually have a rig where you can put the dish without having to drill holes on the roof, which is kind of cool. But anyways, if we come down here, this cable is right here. 75-foot replacement cable is $81 right now. Let's come down to the 150. There you go. The 150, $130. Man, that's
a lot.
I think that is like, that's all right. You know what? I don't know. If you need a longer cable, I did a video teaching you how to fix a cable, which is basically the equivalent of building a new cable. So if you have two ends, you can get a really high quality let's say a Cat 8 cable, a burial crate cable. Definitely it has to have the built-in grounding wire. But anyways, I get into that in the video about how to fix your Starlink cable. Just look that up, how to fix the Starlink cable, in all of my videos, and you could just build your own. And that amount of cable, 150 foot of cable, of some really good cable, is not going to cost you more than, $30-50 or something like that. So just build it yourself. Just get take those ends, chop them, and build your own damn cable. That's just crazy. $130 is kind of much. I'm going to speculate, guys, that they might move away from these cables and go back to the old cables. I don't know, because we know the version or the Generation 3 Starlink router has the old cables, the same cables that they used in the Starlink Generation 1 router. So it has a PoE injector, and it just uses a simple Cat 5, Cat 6 type of cable, and that is it. So hopefully when they do a Gen 4 for us, that will replace the Gen 2 peoples like we are. Those Gen 2s are now the Gen 4s. Hopefully they go back to the old system where you have an Ethernet port on the back instead of having to use a damn dongle, which is a pain in the ass, where you have the PoE injector so you can use regular damn cable instead of these proprietary just crap cable. I mean, it's not that it's crap cable. I mean, I do like them because they are high quality. I like the way they fold in like they do. I do like that they are weather resistant. They have those little rubber grommets or whatever on it. I mean, it's not bad stuff, but 130, that's just high. Anyways, all right. Fab, you're back.
I'm back. See, I'm doing double duty work.
You're unbelievable.
I'm amazing.
Yeah, you are amazing.
I forgot where I was because I don't like this thing. This is not okay. Where'd you leave off?
I don't know. Let me just go up here and
you kept
I will
going.
see.
You were talking about.
Hudson says West Australia is a 200 megabit area.
You talked about Wayne's contacted Starlink about the money and everything. But
Look at Peter. Peter has, holy shit, Peter.
Where's Peter?
Peter.
How did I miss it?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Question, actually.
No, yeah, he has 990 megabits down, 1,036 megabits up. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
we hate you.
That is awesome. That's true. That is true gigabit connection.
This is why Peter is
at
Peter.
6 milliseconds.
He is him.
He is him. That is just awesome. That's the stuff that we dream of here, is literally to have a bi-directional
We're going to start getting our internet
gigabit
from
connection.
Peter.
Yeah, just give you with a gigabit. I mean, you could just share the internet that we have with 10 different people, and we'd all have 100 base, 100 up, 100 down. That'd be awesome. That's faster than everyone. You can literally give it to 10 people. Thanks for that, Peter. You really pissed me off. Let's see what else here. Hudson says underground cable for your type in the woods. Yes, 110%. The only way to do
Since
it.
your system is locking up sometimes.
Yeah,
Raymond
and it
said.
is saying that it was buffering.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm not seeing it with the Speedify here, but we're not. I'm not.
Real
showing it.
Nikon said, "Oh my God, I will fly my buddy and I there and finish the shower for you."
Come. Beers on me. Let's just do it.
Can you imagine?
God, I know.
Oh my God.
Let's see. What is RV Life with Adrian Ruth say over there? It says go buy some. Let me see. Speckalock 1 grout. It's straight. Oh, okay. Is this the grout that you are selling? It says won't change color. So on that grout in the shower, here's a great question. Since you actually sell grout and probably thin set and all the rest of the stuff, do you seal the shower grout that's on the floor? Let me know, because we do have all of the waterproofing, all that seal, all that the red guard on there, and all the rest of the stuff, and on and on and on. So. Do you seal the grout? I'm going to say probably yes, but let me know. Raymond, what is Raymond saying? He's saying that the system's locking up. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, that was what I said a minute ago.
Yeah.
Hudson said they should be able to get the 96 count underground cables, have a split for each main block off houses, and rural tap the fiber line once it's underground. AT&T seem to still prefer running coax though.
Yeah, so what AT&T is doing right now, just in case, if you are a UVerse customer or a DSL customer, they are trying to get rid of you. They don't want cable anymore. So if for example, if you have UVerse and you're in a, let's say 6,000 to, let's say over 6,000 feet from your DSLAM, well, they're going to get rid of you. If you are on DSL, they're not going to service you anymore. They're going to say that the service is not available. The only option that you're going to have is to go with their AT&T Internet Air. And what that AT&T Internet Air is, it's basically the same thing as Verizon Home Internet or T-Mobile Home Internet. It uses their 5G, their LTE, and their 4G towers, and that is the service that you're going to get going forward because they are getting rid of their copper. These people, man.
They're special.
Man. Anyways, that's just from me to you. I'm telling you this is what's going on. It's not happening right now, but it's going to happen. And if you do take AT&T Internet Air and you don't like it, you only have 7 days to tell them that you don't like it and you want to stick with your DSL or UVerse. 7 days.
That's not enough.
On the 8th day, they delete your UVerse account, they delete your DSL account, and you will only have the AT&T Internet Air.
That's so wrong.
Period. So take heed. All right, that is good information. And if you're in that, if you end up in that predicament, I told you so. So definitely keep that in mind. What else do we have here?
Okay, so we did that. Hudson said that's a lot of concrete. Yes.
Yes, 480 pounds of concrete.
It is definitely hurricane proof. The shower floor.
Yep,
Real
ain't going
Nick
nowhere.
on New York reinstated mask wearing today. Oh, for the love of God, I cannot.
These friggin' people.
Gabby Rose, how are you tonight? We are good, Gabby. Glad you're here.
Thank you for being here. Yes, if you are watching right now, okay, there's almost 100 of you or something. If you are watching,
Share this video.
share the video. If you're not subscribed, please
Don't
consider
hold back.
subscribing. Give it a thumbs up. But also, just in the comment area, I know a lot of people sometimes they just want to be lurkers, or they just put in there, say,
Lurk away.
you know, I am Joe and I am located here. Whatever, and I use this internet or something. Just say something, or just give a thumbs up, or just say hello, or something.
Put a poop
Just
emoji too.
Just a poop emoji, or just give it a thumbs down. I'm happy with that too. Just interact. Just definitely,
Something.
if you are here, just say hello. That's it. We'd love
And
to
it's not my
be
fault
able
that
to
it's
acknowledge
taking longer
you.
for me to read this because some people couldn't be prepared with the right computer.
All right,
This.
stop complaining.
This.
All right, complain. Go ahead. It's all right. I cannot believe that
I'm
New
gonna
York
put a
City
mask on you.
I'm gonna start wearing where's my damn mask? I'm gonna start wearing the damn mask.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna start wearing a mask. You know what? I'm gonna
Dominic
start. I'm gonna
said the
start
masks do help with bad breath and hides faces better.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, Dominic. I think it actually makes the breath worse,
Yeah,
to
so
be
you
honest.
can freaking inhale your own puke.
Hudson, I'm pretty sure because a new strain has come out. Oh, there's going to be new strains of everything.
So the whole thing with with the V is, since it is a flu, right? It is a flu. And a flu is going to change continuously because that's what flus do. They mutate. That's really the bottom line. They mutate. So if it's flu A, it turns to flu B by the next year. By the next year, it turns to flu C and then flu D. And then the following year, flu A might show up again. And that's why you get the flu shots, right? So that's the whole idea here. It's going to perpetuate. Every year, this is going to be a different strand of the exact same thing.
I mean, we never wore it for regular flus and all the things. Just stop.
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. And everyone will get it. Just like I said from the very first day, doesn't matter if you take a shot, you don't take a shot, if you wear a mask, you don't wear a mask, everyone will get it. And people that I know that used to be just anal retentive, they still damn got it. And they got the damn flu. They got they got 3. I think they got 3.
There's like 100 now.
I don't know. I think they
you
got
should
3
just get
shots
100.
and they still got it. And they were sick. Anyways, yeah.
So
Don't get me started with this
Robert,
whole thing. Just pisses me off.
Hudson said they don't want to spread it too much.
Yeah.
Robert Murray, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, in the Panhandle, only 22.3 down, 9.5.
Really?
It's okay. Expected faster. Also, I have an extended project in progress as well. My wife reminded me again today. Lack of progress.
The honeydew lack of progress. Yeah. These projects, they end up being the weekend, just hell, but they just have to get done. Especially as the homes get older, you have to fix them, you know?
Choose not to pay other people.
Who are these people?
In knowing that they don't have time and that they have other things to do, but
I'm anal retentive. I like to do
They make
stuff.
promises and then they can't deliver.
I know. But anyways, Robert, let me just say, 23 down and 9.45 up. 9.45 up is okay because they guarantee 10. But 22 down, that's a friggin' problem. So if you keep on getting 23 down over there in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, you might need to reach out to them and see if there's either a line going bad, you know, one of your cables going bad, or if the modem in your dish is going bad, or maybe your router's going bad. What I would suggest is do a factory reset on your router and then re-put in your Wi-Fi, your SSID, and all the stuff that you do whenever you start it from scratch, and then wait for 24 hours while it recalculates, does all of its shit, then do a speed test. And you might end up with faster speeds. So consider doing that.
All right, Robert Murray, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. I hear that place is beautiful. In the Panhandle, only 23.3 down, 9.45 up.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
That's okay. And
Yep.
then Philip.
What does Phil say?
Any new news on release of new antenna and routers is still going to be in November?
Yes. So I'm hearing, so the routers are going to be out now. Like the version 3 Starlink routers are available. They're not available to everyone. If you have a Starlink version 1, then you can upgrade to a version 3. But I keep getting questions, Joe, I have the version 2. Can I upgrade to a version 3? The answer is no, you can't. The problem is the version 3s are only for version 1s. It upgrades to a version 3 from a version 1. And the reason being is the version 1s have an Ethernet port on the back. You don't need a dongle. It also has a PoE connector, and it uses regular cables instead of those proprietary shit cables. So hopefully we'll see a Generation 4 come out that will upgrade our Generation 2s so that we move from Wi-Fi 5 into Wi-Fi 6 or even Wi-Fi 7, possibly maybe Wi-Fi 6E. We'll see what ends up happening, hopefully by the holidays, but we'll have to see.
John, y'all are the best people. Make me laugh. How did you find a pretty smart lady? Thanks, John. How did you
They're
find
rare.
her?
I don't even know. I don't even know. She is.
I appeared during one of the super blue moons.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's what happened. Because she said so. So that's what happened.
Hudson, reckon it's because I'm not near a built-up area.
Right.
Most people in the Starlink AUS subreddit are replacing fiber lines with Starlink, expecting better. What they need to do is get the NBN to fix the fiber.
Absolutely. Do not. Okay. So Arnie, for example, he's on the channel. I don't know if he's on tonight, but Arnie, for example, he's on
the channel.
Is Arnie on? So Arnie, he had, I believe, fiber, and then he ended up, he had the Starlink. He ended up getting fiber. He shut down Starlink, went to fiber. Fiber ended up not being all what they said it was going to be, and then he turned Starlink back on. To me, if you have fiber and you can afford the extra money of like a T-Mobile or Verizon or the Starlink, I would as a backup. That's just smart to me. If you can't afford it, then obviously you have to just pick one. If I was to pick one, I would pick fiber all day long. So if there's a problem with fiber, then definitely call them. Because fiber, you can get bi-directional gigabit, 1,000 up, 1,000 down. All right. Now, there is fiber that is slower. There's fiber that's about 300 by 300. Some fiber is 500 by 500. And some fiber is actually not bi-directional or synchronous, what they call it, whereas they're both the same speeds, and you'll have like a slower upload speed and a faster download speed. I don't like those at all, because fiber should be a bi-directional synchronous type of connection, in my personal opinion. But yeah, reach out to them, fix that damn fiber. Don't move over to Starlink if you already have fiber. Okay,
Ricky just said his brother has Cox in Canesville and gets 300 down and around 80 up.
There you go.
Flying Pretzel.
And that's cable.
362 down, 24.4 up here in Texas.
Holy
Gateway
shit.
5G. That's Flying Pretzel.
That's awesome. See, and that's a 5G, and I believe that's on T-Mobile too. Flying Pretzel, I believe, is on T-Mobile. T-Mobile 362 down by 24.4 up. That is awesome, and it costs like $30-$40 a month. You can beat that. You can't beat that.
John, question. What size backup power do I need for Starlink?
So for Starlink, I would use a 550 VA. That's enough. Now you can go higher, you could go bigger than that, but a 550 VA is a good number, and that will keep Starlink going for hours upon hours upon hours without a problem. So I mean, that's what I do. Now, I try getting them as small as possible. As a matter of fact, I think in the comments or in the description, I have my favorite battery backup in there. It's like really small, and it has, I think it's either 500 or 550 VA, somewhere around there. You can get away with the 400s also. I just like 500 to 550. Going to 750 or over 1,000 is just overkill. You don't need it. And definitely just have one for the Starlink, and that's it. I personally have one for Starlink and for my switch, because I have a managed switch, and for T-Mobile. Those are all together on the one. So.
Okay. Wayne said, Hudson said, I share my Starlink with my neighbors that don't have internet up here via Wi-Fi.
That's nice.
And I got my Starlink on special for rural areas in Australia, and $199 Australian is great, plus a month free to test it. Wayne said 10 of those people I share my Starlink with now have their own Starlink and are loving it.
There you go.
Cool.
That's really, really cool. I mean, it's nice that you were able to do that and share your Starlink and let them test it out and see how they like it and how it goes. So that's awesome. That is really, really cool.
Steve Hansen, if there is a power outage, will the Starlink router power back up on its own when power is restored, if not at home?
Yes, it will. It will turn back on, but put it on a power backup, put it on a power supply so that when it needs to turn down, the power supply, so when you get these brownouts and it's like, or when you get these just hits sometimes that are just even worse. So you get these brownouts and it comes in and out, in and out, in and out. You can end up damaging the machine, right? So I would always put it on a battery backup. But yes, if it goes off, when the power comes back, it will turn back on and it will reboot and come back online. You don't have to worry about that. Let's see.
Okay, Hudson said needs a drain wire plus you need shielded connectors.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, which is your grounding wire
He
and
also
it needs to be shielded.
He
Yeah.
also said the Ethernet adapter in Australia is 60.
Oh, okay.
Ricky Joe, I'm in Palatka, Florida. How come when I do speed tests it says it's either Mississippi, Texas, or Alabama? Only once in a while will it say Gainesville, Florida. Is that my pop changing?
So so if you go to speedtest.net, everyone do this. Speedtest.net. When you go there and do a speed test, hit go. When you look at the server that it comes up with, the server that it says that you're connected to, the state in which that server is at is where your pop is. Almost, let's say 9 out of 10 times. Okay, so that is the easiest way to know where your pop is located. There's other ways, but I tell people to do that because that just makes it really super simple. So for example, for me, my pop is actually, instead of Miami, that's 70 miles away, my pop is in Atlanta, Georgia, which is 700 miles away, which pisses me off, but it is what it is. That probably has to do with saturation, with traffic. And they probably have a bigger NOC or a network operations center in Atlanta, Georgia than they do in Miami. It's probably why they do it. So anyways, that's kind of like the skinny behind that.
I lost my spot.
You lost your spot? All right, let me see if I can find something here. Hudson says, recommended power backup, yes. 95, watching, yes. 56 likes, not bad. Let's keep those likes coming. And once again, if you are new here, just say hello. Just say hello. In the comments, say hello. We'll say hello back. Let me see. Mr. Smith. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. I see a poop emoji here from
Dominic.
Dominic's got the poop emoji. I like it. We are like way behind here, Fab. We are way behind.
That's your fault, okay?
You need to move it. You need to get on the ball.
Like 1997 thing going on here is not it.
Oh my God,
Okay.
we are so far behind. What is going on?
And you talk too much. You just talk a lot. Shorten it up some.
Okay,
So we
I will
can get
shorten
to
it. Okay,
everybody.
I will shorten it up. All right, let me see. Hudson says, takes CP, okay, a minute to get signal onto. Yes, it does. Let me see. Nomad says, I paused my Starlink because of the two things. One, I was traveling for several months. And two, because it was getting several issues with communication and no obstructions showing. Yeah, some people are having some problems, Nomad. And what's really nice is, yes, you can pause it and then turn it back on. I think that's awesome. Let's see. Hudson says, why they can't just use an Ethernet on the second generation? I'm confused. Yes, because they're using those proprietary cables. Then that's just the way it is, Hudson. Hopefully they go back to regular Ethernet in the future. Let's see. Paul says 126 down from Starlink in New York. That's awesome. Question from ProCopy says, after a few years of lots of camera development, things seem to be having slowed down a lot. Do you think sales of new cameras will slow down even further? Most are pretty damn. Yeah. So camera sales are slowing down. They will continue to slow down because people are not buying cameras as often, just like they're not buying phones as often. The phones are the phones are the phones. You know, you get an iPhone. I mean, if you go up the next level to the next version, what are you really getting?
And
Not
also,
much.
this right here, this whatever.
Yeah, eventually
I can't even focus. I can't even do like macro like before. It can't even focus.
The
It
new
doesn't even
the
know.
new iPhone doesn't even focus properly. I don't even know what the hell's wrong with
Yeah.
it. Anyways, Hudson says set up a Wi with the gigabit. Yes, that is sweet. That is sweet. It's instantly cut out anyone. By the way, guys. Yeah, yeah. So I'm not getting any cutouts as of yet, but we do have both T-Mobile and Starlink going simultaneously. So we do have some bad weather still showing up. It's like in and out. So bear with us. Let's see. Real Nikon lover says, let's see. Nikon is still having trouble keeping up with sales in the Z8, and they're flying off the shelves. The dealers can't maintain. Yes. The only thing with the Z8, they do have the 2 recalls. So if you do have a Nikon Z8 camera, take a look at those serial numbers. I did a whole video on how to figure it out and which serial numbers are affected. Send them back to Nikon because it's free to have those 2 recalls fixed. Hudson says, depends on the build. Usually, yes, I'd say. Going to Aussie building code ceiling shower. There you go. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely put, I'll put a lick on there no matter what. We'll seal it up. Adrian Roos says, no need to seal this. No need to seal the grout.
With Spectralock 1.
There you go. But if it's a cement-based grout, then yes. I'm not sure who did we use? You probably know who it is. It's like one of the biggest grout companies. It has like...
Mapei?
I think it is.
Why would I know that?
I think that's what it is. I think that's the one. So let me know. Let me see. Smash that like button. Appreciate that. Peter Hudson says, I've got AT&T Internet Air. I've got AT&T Internet Air. It's called NBN Fixed Wireless over here. It's very limited upload crash. The outdoors dish. Really? Yeah, I want to hear more about that. That's interesting. Victor, how are you doing, Victor? Hello from Mexico City. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Jeff. Let's see. Says hello. Too good to see both of you. Thank you so much from sunny California. Procopy says already shared to my Facebook. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. There's over 100 of you here. That's awesome. We have Peter, obviously from Denmark. What did he say here? My name is Peter with fiber. We're gonna. You know what? We'll just call you Peter Fiber. I like that.
PF.
PF. I kind of like it.
Oh God, Peter.
Yeah, Scott, how you doing, Scott? Scott has a question. He says, here in New Zealand, they're ditching all copper wire over 10 years and no more landlines. People have mobile. You know, so I think it's okay to ditch copper, but no matter how you look at it, I mean, ditching landlines is just not the way to go. They need to do fiber. Fiber is the future. This travels at light speed. Yes, wireless stuff is great, but you end up with signal outages. You can get rain fade. There's all kinds of problems. With fiber, the speeds are basically unlimited. You can see gigabit with fiber. You're not going to see that until we start seeing 6G, maybe 7G down the road. And that's going to take a lot of power to be able to do that. Anyways, let's see. Mike, how are you doing? Mike says they especially change before election. Yes, they do. They're constantly changing. Now, Mark says, any idea when res service will be available in the rest of Texas? The problem with residential service in Texas or anywhere else that currently doesn't have it, they are, like, everyone is on hold right now, and I think it has to do with based on more satellites being launched. And that's why they're launching continuously these satellites. So hang in there. I'm going to speculate we'll see 80% coverage in the U.S. before the beginning of first quarter of 2024. Don't quote me, but that's what my speculation is here.
Dominic, poop emojis.
Love that.
Yes.
Procopy says the new flu in Australia is worse. Okay, so there you go. It's gonna keep on happening. We're gonna keep on getting these flus. Paul, how are you doing, Paul? I did 100 push-ups last month.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Paul. See, that is really good. I did a push-up challenge. Matter of fact, I don't know if you were here for that. and we did push-ups for the kids. We ended up raising $2,436, I believe, for St. Jude's. So that was my challenge. Push-ups are definitely my thing. I think it's great. It's good for you. Keep your health going. That's very important. Hudson says you can watch YouTube or do anything that you want with the tech, the AT&T Air or the NBN. Yeah, so that, but what is this? Pings go up to 900 plus milliseconds? Holy shit! What the hell are you gonna do with 900 millisecond ping? You can't do nothing with that. Complete garbage. AJM. Go ahead.
I'm gonna punch you.
Go. Yep.
So gonna punch you. AJ from Arkansas. I have Starlink, an average of 80 to 120 megabytes up and 1220 megabytes down with 40 to 60 ms latency.
That's fantastic. That is not bad. You're doing well.
Ricky Joe, Chris, plus in order to have Internet Air, I found out that they want to make you have auto pay and paperless billing. If you don't want to do them options, you can't get it.
Yeah,
so I'm
exactly.
keeping fixed wireless.
AT&T is the worst. They're thieves. That's it. They're thugs. There's nothing else to say. I'm just gonna say that from now on. AT&T, they're thugs.
Thug life.
Thug life. I'm gonna have like the AT&T logo, and it's gonna say Thug Life. I like it.
Hudson said never tested positive for it yet. That's awesome.
That's rare. My God.
Yeah.
Take your blood and I don't know, sell it. Sell it.
Paul said, "Can I tell you where you can put your masks?" I have an
You can
idea.
tell me anytime, because I'll put it there.
I will never get shot from the Chinese cooties. Paul Payne. Honey Badgers, Miss is spicy tonight. It's the progress of your bathroom, Joe.
Yes.
LOL. You
Yes.
got it. You got it.
She's hot. I know.
Mr. Smith, ever since I stopped taking the flu shot 20 plus years ago, I've yet to get the flu. Same thing with this latest variant of the V. Do not do experimental drugs.
Mr. Smith, I cannot agree with you more. Can I put a heart on this? Can I do anything? Can I do something? I can't. Let me
but
see.
I can put a heart down here.
Put a damn heart on that. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Greg says, I love the why. You know what it means. Yes. My ADD even understands you. I also are interested in how the bathroom was coming along. Yes, it's getting there. Busted Joe, Peter says. Keep voting Democrat. We're all for you. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. Scott says, question, here in New Zealand, we are all COVID-free. Government has dropped all COVID rules and restrictions. We no longer wear masks. Hang in there, Scott. They're coming for you. They're coming for you. John says, my Starlink router is slow, but dish to satellite is faster. Yeah, that's usually how it is. That is usually how it is. Don't worry about that. That's kind of like the norm. Mark Parker, how you doing? Mark says 22 milliseconds down, 10 milliseconds up on mobile RV in Texas. That is slow as shit, Mark. All right, the 22 milliseconds is not good. The 22 megabits down is slow. So if you are, okay. So if you're using mobile connection, 22 is okay, but I would like to see 50 if you're using that mobile. But if you're in, let's say, a mobile home park, let's say, or an RV park, you are competing with everyone else that's in your cell. So you're definitely going to get a reduced speed. So, but 10 megabits up is good. Not good, not bad at all. Let's see here. Hudson, you want to go into that one?
Peter says,
Peter says,
how does it go with the video about the studio tour?
Yes.
I'm not answering it. Go ahead. You're Mr.
I will have to work on the studio tour. I keep on saying I'm going to work on it, but I have not done it yet. I need to clean up some of this stuff, and then I'll take you guys for
you really
a walkabout.
don't want to see the studio right now. It's a disaster.
It's like a damn wreck. I know. it's a wreck.
disaster.
But I'm going to do it. Hudson says, you got it?
No, I don't know where you left off. We just did Peter right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you do that
Nope,
one
not
before?
yet.
Okay.
What I got on AT&T or Air or NBM fixed wireless, they both are the same, 39 by 10. On a good day, 9 by 6 in a congested time. It's just not good. It's just not good. Robert Murray, thank you for being here, Robert. Thank you. It says, thanks for your input on my Starlink speed. I'll try the factory reset. You guys are the best. Appreciate you. Definitely try that factory reset. That fixes a lot of things. It really does.
Share our videos.
Share, like, all those things. RV Life and Adrian and Ruth says, Joe, did you get kicked yet.
Not yet.
I haven't got
He's kind
kicked.
of far from me.
I've been trying to roll this
I think he's
quick.
like rolling around a little bit.
Yeah, she'll kick me though before the end, I'm sure. Okay, you got this one from Chris?
Chris says, blank Sablon, Quebec, Canada. Starlink internet 220 megabits down and 25 megabits
awesome.
up. 48 milliseconds on, what is it? Ookla speed
Yeah,
test?
Ookla speed test, which is
ago.
speedtest.net. That is really, really awesome. That's good, Chris. Those are good numbers. But that's Canada. Canada has much better speeds than we do here in the U.S. because you have less congestion. Even though you have to use our POPs and our ground stations in the U.S., that's just adding to your latency a little bit. But once you have those pops at 48 milliseconds that you're currently getting, you're probably going to get like 25 milliseconds or something, 30 milliseconds. So it's good times for you, Chris. Hudson says, I'm waiting. Go ahead.
I'm going to punch you, I swear to God. Never mind kick you.
You do it. You can punch me.
I'm waiting for
I
an
deserve
Ethernet adapter so I can use Wi-Fi 6. And yes, you can get unlimited 50/20 plans here in Australia pretty cheap.
The dongle. Grab that dongle. If you don't have a dongle and you have a version 2, definitely grab a dongle. You need a dongle.
You are a dongle.
Grab the dongle.
Hudson, it's all mixed tech here. Nothing symmetrical. Where the
Man.
hell did you go now? See? I
Oh,
was going to
it
read
just-
Tim and
Oh,
then...
sorry. It
see?
just jumped.
Jesus.
Sorry. Oh my God. We are so far behind. Go. Go. Hit it.
I'm going to take you out. That's what's going to happen. You guys are going to see live underneath the desk where did Joe go.
Look at this. Tim from North California says, I have Starlink and I've ran a speed test getting 198 by 15. Not bad.
And then Hudson says, speed test for Optus 4G, 30 megaseconds, 190 down and up.
Not bad.
Ricky Joe is asking you a question.
Yes.
If it wasn't illegal, I would be getting fiber and tapping into the fiber, going to the AT&T cell tower in order to get fiber at my house. LOL. Yeah, for sure.
That would be nice. That's exactly what they're doing.
Phil.
Phil, Camping Reviews. How you doing, Phil? Thank you for being here. Appreciate
Flying
you.
Pretzel. We need 72,000 subs tonight. Let's go.
Can we
Yes.
get there? What are we at right now? We're at 71,978.
You
So
guys were
if you're
so
here and you haven't
close.
subscribed, subscribe.
Share, subscribe.
That's right. Get
We'll
everyone on
even
here.
take the poop emojis.
Yeah, poop emoji at the bottom. We're good with that.
Phil says mine is on a battery backup.
Definitely battery backup.
Gene.
Gene. Welcome, Gene.
Introduce your guest, please.
My guest, Fabiola, my wife.
Why he's still alive, I don't know.
My life. This is my life of the last 30 years.
God, that's a long time. That's a long time.
It's our anniversary this
Not
year.
today.
Not today, but this year.
Yes,
Can
December.
you believe that crap?
I know.
That's just
Good
unbelievable.
God. You see this, dealing with this, you guys.
All of that.
Ugh,
All
God,
of that.
I get
Holy
mad
shit.
props. Mad.
Look at this.
Where'd you left off?
I don't know. It just
Yeah.
popped up. All right, right here. Here we go.
Okay.
Yep, right
There you
here.
go.
Introduced. Yes, Mark. Mark has a question that says, when will resident service be available for the rest of the east of Texas? My current, let's see, mobile. We just don't know. I'm going to say you're probably going to see connection in Texas before the end of the year. But just don't quote me on it. Let's see. Phil's Camping Review says mine's in Sydney at, oh my God, 1,200 kilometers away. Wow. That's pretty far. That is far. Let's see. Yeah, I want to see. Wouldn't it be good to see 72,000 subscribers? That would be sweet.
Is it just me or is there a tiny echo sometimes?
It could be. We have 2 mics going,
Yeah.
so it's possible. It could
And
have
you
some
guys,
room noise.
I get very fidgety just sitting here, so I move around a lot, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
John says, I found out that taking Starlink satellite 4 months to get working. Really? That's a bit. That is definitely a bit. I2I see you 2 for you.
What?
Says hi. Great intelligent
Hi.
channel. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Ren, good evening. 239 down by 32 up in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Sweet. Ricky Joe says buffered for a minute. Interesting. A minute's a long time. I hope
That is a long time.
Hopefully. Yeah, we're having this weather deal, so bear with us. Let's see. We have Starlink's working great. That's awesome. RV Life says Sony keeps coming out with different versions of similar cameras. Yes, they're just repetitive. Flying Pretzel says the new iPhone camera doesn't focus. Absolutely, it's horrible.
Yes,
JK, thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate you, JK. Let me come down here. Thank you, Bill France, for that massive super chat.
Thank you. Wow. That's awesome. That's really nice.
That is really sweet. Thank you so much. Really do
Thank you
appreciate
all.
that. Really appreciate those super chats. That is absolutely awesome. Let's see. I'm still using a Sony A7 III. Waiting for pricing on the A7 R5 to drop. Yeah, it's a great camera. We'll see what happens with that. Tom, how are you doing, Tom?
Hi, Tom.
Late, but we're here. Grand Canyon, PA. How you doing, Tom? Tatter.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Tatter. Pierce Wilson. Jeff.
Good evening.
How are you doing? How you doing, Pierce? Who else do we have here? Michael Riggleman. How are you doing? Starlink speed's getting faster now. Hopefully, we need to see him faster. Mr. Smith, Starlink 75 down, 14 up in Central Texas. Let's see here. Fiber Duke. Yeah, it would be nice to have fiber. Man, oh God. Robert says, hi. I'm from Monica. Robert. God, I hate this. I don't know why it's like this. I can't read. Oh, here we go. There we go. Your wife is beautiful. Take good care of her. Please finish the handy
Thanks,
husband
Robert.
project. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Thank you. Your knowledge and teach is highly appreciated. I do appreciate you for being here. Pierce says, love the information. Thank you. Scott Cook. How you doing, Scott? From New Brunswick, Canada. 143 down by 16 up. Wow. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Here, Hudson says, which is from Australia. Ditch the copper. Go straight fiber. That would be sweet. Bob. Howard says, I have Starlink and DSL as my secondary. Smart. I use a Peplink router to balance them. Peplink routers are sweet. You can use a Balance 20X. I have 2 of them over there. But I also use a UTT. They work out pretty good, and they're about 1/10 of the price. Anyways. Let's see. Phil's Camping Review says copper lines on my street all damaged in the NB and will not repair them. God, it's just horrible. Mark, how are you doing? Mark says, do you have coverage in Santa Monica, California? Do they have?
Marcos.
Yeah, you know what? They do. Because if I remember correctly, all of the East Coast has connection. So if you're in Santa Marcos, California, you should be able to get Starlink today if you ordered it. Wayne L., how are you doing, Wayne? I got Frontier fiber for my house, 500 up and down. So you got the bi-directional. God, that's just awesome. That is awesome. High performance Starlink on the mobile home. Smart. Let's see. Flying Pretzel says flu season hits the hardest when the elections are coming.
Yeah, it does.
Truth.
Yeah, buddy.
Truth be told.
Flying Pretzel, wise. Phil, what?
Go ahead.
Oh, Phil.
Yeah, right here.
Phil's camping. So I'm forced to use Starlink. Why are you forced? Why?
Yep. That's not bad. As long as it's working. Use it instead of the copper. If they don't fix the copper or if you have a problem with fiber, Starlink is a great backup no matter what.
Hudson, some people can get gigabit through, it depends on the length between your copper and the fiber it hooks up into the street MDF.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it always distance is not as much of an issue when you're dealing with fiber or even copper, because with copper they can just turn up the juice because it is a powered line in comparison to like AT&T Uverse, which is an unpowered line, so it's just straight signal, so it doesn't go as far. So if you're out at like 3,000 feet, you're okay, but as soon as you hit 6,000 feet, for example, with AT&T Uverse, you have shit. You have like probably maybe 8 meg down and like 0.8 meg up. Yes, less than a meg. So, it just depends. Wayne, when I got rid of the Comcast cable, I was able to pay for fiber and Starlink for both the same cost. That's awesome. See, now you have the backup. That is great.
Mary Janik, hello from Bad Axe, Michigan. Yes, it's
How you doing?
real place, Bad Axe. It's a real place.
I like it.
Great videos and love. I've learned a lot on my Starlink, by the way, 150 down, 12 up.
Not bad.
That's
That is really good.
Mark Pasamonte, where do we order it? Here in San Diego, AT&T charged me $2.99 for Starlink. I never got it.
What the hell? Yeah, just go to starlink.com, and you can just order right there. Because you're in California, it's wide open. You can order it today. You can even get Starlink in like, I think Costco and possibly even Walmart.
Really?
You can also get, there's like actual big box stores that carry Starlink now. But I would just go to the company and just order it right there. Go to starlink.com. Let's see. Let's,
Right here.
okay, go ahead.
Hudson, NBNCO in Australia sold the technology to AT&T, and actually we call it NBN fixed wireless. AT&T call it Internet Air, but it uses the same dish. Look up Netcom Wireless.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Interesting.
Mark Pasamonte, don't get the shot. If anyone have swollen feet, ankle, can get help. They say there is none help for us. Just live with it. That is so messed up.
It's just sad.
So
It's
messed
sad.
up. Hudson, 50 plus 4G depends on if your tower is congested.
Absolutely.
Phil, you should see my studio room. It's a major disaster. It's a theme, I think.
Yes.
Ruben Bustos, hi. Thanks for all your amazing information. I have Starlink Gen 1 since November 2021 here in Chile,
Wow.
South America.
Chile.
Wow.
Welcome. Thank you, Ruben. Yeah, that's awesome that you got it. Generation 1. Sweet.
Alright, Phil. See?
There we go.
There you go. Hardcore Weather 1. Did you finish the bathroom? Nope.
Don't ask.
You gotta rewind. Is that a thing?
Yes,
To the
rewind.
beginning of the video.
My God.
Patio Nelson, remote Hawaii. I watched the mesh video, Omada AC 1200. Is it possible the system would cover a 7-acre? I'm
No,
assuming
7-acre property, no. So if you do, if you have the Armada system and you're using TP links and you're using the outdoor access points, yes, what you would have to do is put access points, I would say every maybe 2 acres. And you can do that just on a pole. And since they run over PoE or power over Ethernet, you just have to run power to it. And that is it. So you could even use a battery bank if you wanted to, and put a solar panel and run that damn thing there, and that's it. Because
Can
that's
you
all that
guys
it
hear
needs.
Joe, or is it just me that you can't hear? It's probably because I'm talking low.
Yeah.
Or slouching.
Is you're
one
slouching?
Or the other.
That's what it is.
I've had a long 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna turn up your mic a little bit. So there you go. Blast it now. You're good. She's gonna be blasting now.
He's gonna make me louder than I normally can be.
Yeah, now she's loud. All right, go ahead. John says, I've been watching your videos. They're great. Thank you so much, John K. Wolf. Let's see. Let me go down here. Bob Howard says mine. We already got to that. Starlink says, Bob said that Starlink is 150 down and 12 up, and that's in Crossville, Tennessee. Sweet. Gary, how are you doing, Gary? Thank you for being here. Says, hey, Christina is looking good tonight, and thanks for all that you do. And thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate that.
Yes, Gary, thanks for being here. Thank you, and share.
Share, like, do all those things. We're up to, let me do a check. We're up to 71,981 subscribers.
Guys, come on.
We need what? 19.
Yes,
we need
we're 19 away.
Subscribers. 19 subscribers. Come on. We got to hit
Share
72,000.
Facebook, Instagram.
Somewhere.
YouTube. Anywhere.
Anywhere.
X.
Yes,
you know.
X. Send it to
Rumble.
Elon. Rumble. If you guys don't know it, every one of my videos, there's about, not every one, but about 300 or 400 videos of mine are on Rumble. So if you like Rumble, you can always go and check it out over there. I put that over there as kind of a backup, just in case shit ever hit the fan with Alphabet. Let's see. Hudson says, I've been in the low, 26 milliseconds on Starlink. That is freaking awesome. 26 milliseconds on Starlink. That means you have a ground station very close to you and you have a pop that's very close to you. That's great. Real Nick on Lover says 30 years. How old was she when you got married? Yeah, 6. That's right.
18. I turned 19 at the end of the month.
Yeah, I stole her right out of the crib.
Ew.
Ew. She's just weird. Don't be weird.
You are weird.
God,
At least you're admitting it. Kooky. You're kooky.
I'm kooky.
Yeah, you can be kooky.
Phil Camping Review says, it's my birthday on Tuesday. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday, Phil.
Mr. Joe's birthday is on Wednesday.
Holy shit.
He didn't even know. Look, he did not know his birthday was coming up Wednesday.
I don't do well with birthdays. I don't really care too much.
But he didn't get his own memo.
I didn't get the memo. It's my birthday. It was a year that I didn't even know how old I was.
I convinced him he was a year older than
She's an asshole.
he really was.
No, she did that. She convinced me that I was like a different age. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm this age. She's an ass. It's not even funny. I was like the wrong age.
You're supposed to be Mr. high IQ and all.
All right, I'm dopey. Alex says, hello from Navajo Nation. Hello, how are you doing? Tom says, Viasat 7 down and 2.8 up. Get rid of Viasat. If you can get rid of Viasat, you can get rid of HughesNet. Do it. Get Starlink.
Hudson asked him, which plan do you have?
Like, my God, that's horrible. I
do not know offhand, but it's running on solar. No utilities available where I'm at. That's where Tom.
Yeah, but if you are in an area that you can get Starlink. You can throw Starlink on solar. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. Let's see. Okay. Hello from Paris, Texas. How are you doing?
I didn't know there was a place in Texas called Paris.
Yep. Hudson says he has a Panasonic Lumix S5. Great camera.
I used to have one of those.
Yeah, this Panasonic, the Lumix, good camera. The S5 is a really, really good camera. ProCopy says when you change something, the extra audio stopped. Huh? Really? I don't know. That is just weird. All right.
That's weird.
Let's see. Hudson says.
JFig said can barely hear you guys.
We're still up here though.
Well, we're up
here.
Here.
Symmetrical fiber would be great. Only 1.3 million for me to get fiber lines out here, 100 by 100. Wow, 100 by 100. It's not bad, 100 by 100. It's decent. It's decent. I would like to see 300 by 300 minimum, but 100 by 100 is good. The up speed is what I really like because obviously I send videos continuously, and they're gigabyte videos. There are a lot of data. So JFig says, can barely hear you guys. Why is that?
Yeah, but that was from before.
Yeah,
I think it's
I don't
fine
know.
now.
It looks like the audio is
better.
coming in. It's better? Okay.
Yeah, it's better. That's just because we're behind on the comments.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're catching up. Ricky,
yeah.
You got Ricky? When AT&T shuts down their copper network, is there any way that I can get a box to hook my fax machine up? So using VoIP. I don't know. That is something that I think we all need to look into. Like if anyone knows about that, let us all know. Can you use VoIP for your fax machine? I mean, faxing is just going away, but I don't know. Let us all know.
You know what? Also, does anybody have recommendations on a home printer Wi-Fi that works well with Wi-Fi?
Yeah, our print
that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Our printers just go bad all the time.
Yeah,
and the Wi-Fi
sucks.
It's like it works for like a week or two, and then it's just in the shitter.
I'll take any recommendations.
Yeah, anything, definitely.
Right here. Weren't you just on the thing?
Was I on the thing? Right here.
Yeah.
ProCopy. Let's see. Oh, here. Janice West. How are you doing, Janice? Janice says, thank you for great Starlink information. Much appreciated. Thank you for being here, Janice. ProCopy says, Fabiola's mic has dropped out.
That was from before.
Yeah, that is from before. Let's see. Let's keep going down here. RV Life says, RV Life with Adrian Root.
19 more subscribers. More. Yes.
That's all we need is 19 more subscribers.
18 now.
18. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Phil says he has too much technology gear, can't fit it in his shelves. It sounds like you. And there's piles on the floor. Yeah, sounds about right.
God, Hudson says probably be able to get it shipped from Starlink in a CPL week. Yeah, so try getting it from them for sure. Phil Camping Review says it's like a maze walking around the studio.
Oh wow, yeah.
I feel that.
Alpha Omega, you're not alone with unfinished bathroom. On 9 month, have only finished tiling the tub. Still have the plumbing, floor, mirror, and sink to do. Oh my God, we're in the same exact predicament.
You, Alpha Omega.
And it's been that long too. Good God.
Same thing. My God. Jeez. Let's just have a beer together and cry into our suds.
Our mics are better. Tim Serber. I power my Starlink with my off-grid solar setup. Works great. No power outage.
Nope. Perfect.
I2ICU24U. We will make it.
We will do it.
Phil's Camping. Well done. That's a good number. I'm still just short of 5,000.
Sweet. Keep going.
Oh, see now I
Hudson.
might think I lost.
Yeah, mine just like jumped to. I wish they would fix this thing. It's just weird. Like it works and then all of a sudden it just jumps. Hudson says Ubiquiti gear would be better for doing acreage. Also have solar Wi-Fi hotspots that also work with the PoE switches and a battery backup. Well, there you go. Give Ubiquiti a shot. The PoEs that we're using with the TP links, they're pretty good. They work all right, but they are running AC instead of DC, so you do have to have a converter, and converting, you definitely lose something. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that. You don't. JFig says, really appreciate all that you provide with Starlink. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And we have Ed Holloway says, I continue to hell with my plug into the Dishy. Starlink sent me a new cable, but still having a problem. So that's interesting. Any fix? You know, if you are having a problem, and I've said this all the time, if you're having a problem with your Starlink and they send you a new cable and it doesn't fix it, reboot the damn thing from scratch, redo it literally factory, and then give it a day, test it again, see if it gets better. If it doesn't get better, write to them, tell them that you factory reset it, you have the new cable, and what they will do is they will send you a whole new kit. That's my recommendation to you. Let's see. Hudson says, good idea. The Rumble backup, have to do that. Rumble, you need to do the backup. It's important. You gotta have a plan B. Ruth stole me out of the crib too. See that?
Mr. Smith, my birthday is tomorrow.
Holy
Happy birthday,
shit. Got a
Mr.
bunch of
Smith.
September babies here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Adrian and Ruth, no wonder
Virgos.
you're such a nice guy. You're a Virgo, Ruth. So I am.
So I
The
am
15th.
the 15th. There it is. Wow. More Virgos.
Oh, Peter, question. My birthday is on the 26th of October,
There we
and
go.
I am turning 40.
Congratulations.
Wow. The big 40.
Wow. Not bad. 40. I would like to be 40 all over again. Gary Singer says, just now, 53 milliseconds, 181 downs, and 24 megabits up. My upload speeds have been increasing. That's good. Congratulations. Love to see the faster upload speeds. Scott from South Carolina. How you doing, Scott? Happy birthday. I appreciate all the Starlink and the router videos. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you coming. Let's see. Phil Camping says, you're coming through loud and clear. That's good. Chris says, KC, I guess it'd be 150 down, 20 megabits up. But my Wi-Fi is showing 10 both ways. What the hell is that? I'm in the remote, so Wi-Fi bridge, something's missed. So you're having Wi-Fi issues. Your obviously your router's not bad, your modem and your dish is not bad. You're definitely having a Wi-Fi bridge problem. I would reboot everything from scratch, see if that fixes it. If not, then I would look into that Wi-Fi bridge, see what's going on with that, because there's something not right. You shouldn't be getting 10 megabits. That's off. Oh, geez, it jumped again.
Hudson, I'm. Yes.
You go, 'cause
okay.
mine jumped.
You did the install with Chris, correct?
Yeah.
Phil. Peter's talking to Phil on this one. Okay, Hudson. Yes, you can use a SIP box.
Okay.
Shit.
There you
Now
go.
There
Okay,
it is,
for a fax,
fax
machine.
machines,
All right,
yes.
cool. That's something we can look
And
into.
Joe-
Brother printers. Joe recommends.
Yeah, we have a brother,
Yeah,
and
I
I was
mean,
thinking about getting another one,
maybe just
but
a
it's
new
just
one.
yeah.
We can
Maybe
give it
the
a shot.
Wi-Fi issue is better now.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
know.
they
We
just got
had
better.
it for a long time. So.
James Hill says you can use OMA via VoIP, and it works to fax. Sweet. Okay, that's good. We will keep that in mind. John says my HP printer has been good. HP is always good. I feel like some of the printers are good, and then what happens is they just screw you on the ink, right? Some of them are they're just nuts. And then they put in the little that little chip in there, so you can't use like other inks. You have to use their ink. It's a damn racket. That's what it is. It is a racket. Let's see. Phil Camping Review says, laugh out loud, Peter. He's talking to Peter. We're going to leave that alone. Let them talk. Phil, HP Office Jet Pro 9010 series. Sweet. We can look into that. Dominic says the Epson, the Echo
but
Tank
did you read
ET.
all this right here?
Let's
No,
see.
you
Phil
didn't.
Down. How are you doing, Phil? He says, which one? The Pep Link Balance 20 dual WAN. Yes, I have one of those. We also have a Balance 20X, which is not a dual WAN, but you can make it a dual WAN if you pay. So the problem with the PepLink is this. They're really, really, really good. They're really good, but you pay for everything. It's just like they literally went from the Balance 20, which I absolutely love, that it's a dual WAN. And then they went to a Balance 20X, and then they made it a single WAN. And to get a dual WAN, you have to pay extra. And then they just keep on doing this. And it's like they take something and then they give you something, then they take something. So then you have to pay to get it back. Then if you want to add you want to add like AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile or something, you want to add a card, then you have to buy a module. That's another $100, $200 for the module. Then you have to buy this. You have to buy the monthly plan. So they just get to be really expensive. And I think they're really great if you have a small business or a business, but a larger business. I think PepLink is the best out there, or one of the best. But if you just need to just get something done, you want to do a dual WAN, take a look at the UTT that I have down below. It just simply works. I have it sitting there running for like over a year now, no problem. So, and I checked like 6 or 7 routers just to see which one was working well, and that was like the best. So, anyways, check out the UTT. They're really cheap. Let's see. Let's keep on going down here. Tom, how are you doing, Tom? Let's see. Musington says unlimited silver 25 plan max, download 25, upload 3. Well, there you go. Phil down. Thank you so much for that super chat. Really do appreciate that, Phil. Thank you.
Did you hit Janice?
No, keep
or
back.
Phil's reviews up here?
Go right ahead.
I'm asking.
No.
Where did you leave off?
We are right here, where we have the HP. This is from Bob. We have James. James likes the Epson Eco Tank, and Bob Howard says the Desk Jet Pro, which is the 2520, the 8025E printer.
Did you read these?
Let's see. Yes, we got those already. We're getting close to the 72,000 people.
We need 19 more.
No, 18 more.
18 more. Sorry.
18 more. Gary Singer.
Did you do this?
Oh, here we go. NGB2235. Starlink has changed my life. No longer having buffer problems. Typically 100 megabits down and 20 megabits up. That is sweet. 25 milliseconds latency. That is awesome. That is really, really awesome. Fantastic. Best decision ever
Tom,
to go
unlimited
Starlink.
silver 25 plan max download
Agreed.
25 upload 3. Jerry Singer, fax works fine with VoIP.
There you go. Good to
Ricky
know.
Joe, I have a HP Office Jet 35-in-1 printer. It prints, fax, scans, copy, web. I got it hooked to my Wi-Fi, and all my devices print wirelessly fine. That's also what I use fax. John Wolf, y'all act like you just got married.
I feel like we have.
Great job. I2I CU24. We're echoing again.
Echoing.
I don't
I
know.
wonder
Everybody,
what that
other
echoing
people say
is.
we're fine, but I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird.
I know Ricky Joe said we're
I don't know.
echoing again. I don't know. Then it's not me. Something else is up.
Yeah, it's really strange. I don't know why you would echo.
Then it says that it stopped, so I don't know. It's probably on and off. Hudson, TP Link is kind of just a copy of the Ubiquity Gear, at
Pretty
least
close.
the Omada series.
Yeah.
Phil, East Coast, Australia, near Fraser Island. Phil, September, my favorite time of year, not only because of my birthday, but it's spring.
Yes, yes.
Janice, I've been using an HP Office Jet 9012E all-in-one wireless color inkjet over here. Works great with Wi-Fi, no problems.
Nice.
Tom, I've been married to the same woman for 48 years. Wow, congratulations.
You get a medal.
That's a long time.
You get a medal, Tom.
Yeah.
48 years. 2 more years, you got to 50. Wow. Ed.
Phil, I have a Kyocera color laser. I've never heard of that. Awesome
Oh,
printer.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
I have a lot to look up. Peter said my
Yeah.
printer's HP. It sucks. Hudson, hardwire the printers. I know, but I was trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
Real Nikon, my last and current printer's an Epson, and it has tanks. It came with 1 year worth of ink, and it prints 8x10 photos, nearly lab quality. Love it.
Wow, that is sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up. The Epson, the ET4550.
Yeah, I hate the ink drum chips. Thankfully, I have a Canon that's hardwired and takes generic ink.
Yep. Yeah, the DRM chips, that whole digital rights, whatever it is, management or whatever, it's just a big pain in the ass. And, you know, it's just a racket. It's just a racket. The ink should not be as expensive as they make it.
Yeah.
And that's how they do
do it
it.
on
They
purpose.
sell you it's like toilet paper, right? So they just sell you the device and then they just screw you on the ink. You know, that's just it.
Hudson, I'd use a PF Sense box to bond connections.
PF Sense, I did try using PF Sense a few times. I did some reviews on PF Sense using, I forgot who, but whoever was using PF Sense, they sucked. So it gave me a really bad taste in my mouth with PF Sense. But I might take a look at it again, but putting it into like my own setup instead of someone's setup. It was horrible. Let's
Did
see,
you do
Hudson.
this one?
No, yeah,
That's
yeah.
already done.
Yeah, we got that already.
We already did that. Okay, so here. Right here.
Yeah.
Here.
Here we go. John K. Wolf says, I can use my laser HP. I can use other third-party inks. Yeah, so that's good. I can remove the chip and put it in another cartridge. That's cool. See? Robert just changed my address to the end of the logging road where I'm setting up my hunting and camping this week. There you go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. NGB2235 says your channel is the first channel I found when searching for Starlink help. You're awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you got some value out of this channel. Really do appreciate it. Ren, how you doing, Ren? Appreciate you being here. And guys are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, we're getting to the end of the internet. We're doing it. This is it. I can't scroll anymore. Thank God.
Adrian and Ruth, I've had my brother printer for 9 years, still works, even Wi-Fi is good. We had a brother before, it was really good. Actually, I had a Samsung before and I liked it better, but apparently they're not doing that anymore.
Thank you so much, Ren, for that premium sub. Really do appreciate you.
And
I2I see you 24U. Thank you so much for the premium sub. Really do appreciate that. Very, very helpful. Love you guys.
Peter,
Really, really. This is just
question.
awesome.
My printer is an HP DeskJet 2630 and I hate it.
There you go.
All right.
Guys, let me ask you, you know, we got to the end of the internet
It
with
says
this.
the echo happens when the lower third pops up on stream.
Interesting. All right. That's good to know. That is really good to know. See, that's good information.
Justin said the echo that comes and goes, it seems to be network related or software. See, I told you it wasn't me.
I'm going to look into that. That was really, who just wrote that?
Justin and Hudson.
Thank you so much. So I will look into that for when those little lower thirds pop up. It could be there might be a dual mic going on or something is open on that. So I will definitely look at that. Thank
Wesley
you.
Marini, located Eastern Shore, Maryland, have Starlink running 39 ms, 109 down and 8 up, getting fiber within the next year on my street, which I'm excited because the ping on Starlink goes up to 130 ping on games.
That is bad. That is bad. I hear you, though. I hear you. Alan B.
Wesley, but Starlink great for the streaming movies, etc.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ed Holloway, 77 megabytes down, 18 up here in rural southeast Arizona. Not sure why, as way better up until several months ago. Oh well, better than I had before.
Let's see.
Ricky Joe, for my printer, the black and white was $25 and the tricolor was $45.
Ah, sweet, sweet. If you guys are here, definitely put your name in the chat. Just say hello, just so we know you're here. Definitely, you can throw a poop emoji. I'm okay with that, or a thumbs up or something. That would be great too. Yeah, get into this right here.
Where?
Del Mar. Myths, thank you so much for the premium sub. Really appreciate that. That is really, really great. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Alan B, HP Office Jet Pro latest version, HP Insta Link. You can buy sets of whatever you need. They send you the ink as needed. Very reasonable, and the cartridges last forever.
Chris Rogers, thank you for being here. Thank you. Travis, how are you doing, Travis? Philip Dow says, FYI, my HP 76-8F6 HP Office Jet 9010 is hooked up to my I guess mesh network and prints great. That's good to know. That's awesome, awesome. Monica Murray, thank you so much for that super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is wonderful. Really do appreciate that. Let's see, Linda. How are you doing, Linda? Thank you for being here on Whiskey Creek. Nice. Dragon Eggs, how are you doing? Question.
Hey.
Dragon Eggs bought a second Starlink cable, 150 foot, hoping I won't see any speed degradation. So, it might not be the cable. So you don't know. You don't know. The 150 feet is really not an issue. They complain. They're like, oh, don't go any further than that. You can actually go further than that. Those cables can run much further than that. But I'm going to guesstimate you could probably run about 250 feet without a problem. Anyways.
Hudson said we've turned the chat into a printer sales meeting. Yes.
What happened? I don't know.
But I appreciate it because I've been looking for one for a while.
I know. Oh my God. We've been looking for printers for so long.
And every time I get close, I'm like, I don't know. And then, like I said, I had one that was really good, but Wi-Fi sucks. So
yeah, and then
thank you for all of your suggestions. I will look into it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wesley, how are you doing? It says, do you suggest restarting Starlink in the router every day for the best performance? No. But I do suggest restarting, I would say once a week. Do a reboot. Don't do a factory refresh on it, a restart. We have to go and put new SSID in and new passwords and all that other shit. You don't want to do that. But do a reboot on your Starlink once a week is not a bad thing. A good way to do it is actually to plug the Starlink into a timer and then into your battery backup and then set your timer to be on and then shut off for like 2 minutes and then turn back on once a week. So it makes it really, really great, and you don't have to do it. And you can have it reset basically in the middle of the night sometime, and you don't have to worry about it. It's just automatically done that way with a little electronic timer. Matter of fact, I bought one on Amazon. It works out awesome. Anyways, who's next here? Let's see.
Yeah, we're at like
Ricky Joe says 3-day weekend. Love Labor Day.
3-day weekend, and we're gonna start in like 5 minutes.
Yes, yeah. So we got 5 minutes and then we're out.
Yes.
All right. Any other questions? Put them in here and I will get to them for sure. Thank you.
It says.
Let's see. I've had two 150-foot cables for Starlink linked together with Cat 6 patch box. There you go. See, no problem. And that is 300 feet. So that's great. No speed issues. That's awesome.
Phil
awesome,
said I've
awesome.
not restarted mine for a month now and it's still working great.
If it's working, don't break it.
Yeah.
If it's not broken, as they always say, don't fix it. Leave it alone.
Yes.
While you guys are putting something in there, I want to go into this. This is very interesting. Let me go ahead and switch over real quick.
Okay, while he's doing that,
You do
Chris
that.
says, found my likely bridge problem. Varmint chewed on my bridge Cat 6. Is a weatherproof Cat 6 splice okay?
Yes. You can do that. Use the weatherproof splice. Take a look at my video. Look at the little splicing box that I use.
Echo is back.
Yes, and that's because you pushed a button. We will.
I pushed the button.
Yeah, we will work.
Oh.
We will work on that for next time. Thank you.
Yes,
I
yes,
think I know
yes.
what it is now. So, anyways, you see this here. This guy, this X News Daily says X is working on adding an option to share your email when you subscribe to a creator. This could be for a newsletter function and or to allow creators to easily take their email lists with them to other platforms, as Elon has previously promised. Now, this is really important because us creators always look at where we put our information and create and give them basically all of us. And what Elon Musk said here in response to this is awesome. Look at this. He said, it's vital that creators be able to leave our platform at any time and take their subscribers with them. We want to give peace of mind to the creators that they are not tracked here if they build a large audience.
That's awesome.
Here, all right? And that's the difference between Elon Musk and all the rest of these people. I'm not going to go and start listing them all, but you know who they are, right? Where what they do is they lock you down. They just stick you in there, and then what happens is you can't come out, right?
Yeah.
That is awesome. When I saw this, I had to share it with you guys. I love that. That is great.
Okay, Ren Rosada has a question. One story, 4-bedroom home, but it has concrete walls. Have 2 Eero 6 Pros, but still has dead spots. Do you recommend another Eero 6 Pro extender, or do you recommend another mesh system?
So the Eero, I'm not a fan of those Eero, mesh. They like, some people have said they work well, and some people say they just absolute shit. So I don't want you to go and spend a lot. So what I would do is I would reorient your Eero 6s, right? I would get 2 more, okay? Get 2 more from Amazon. Reorient them, make sure that they're close enough to the main unit, and then step them out like that so that they're not too far away, and see if that works. If it doesn't work, return those 2, all right, and go with another system. Because, like I said, I've heard just some mesh problems with that setup, with those Eero 6s. So I have not tested them, so I can't say one way or another, but Amazon makes it very easy. Order them, test them, send them back. Bob Howard, member for 14 months, Bob. Thank you so much. Premium sub. Thank you. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you.
I really hate this thing. It sucks.
What,
This 1905 thing you hooked me up with.
The iPad. All right, next time she'll be on the regular computer. If not, she'll give me even more crap. Let's see. Husband says, or the DOJ. Says,
Yeah.
what does he put here? He said, what did he say? That's pretty good. Wonder how the Twitterverse FBI issue is going. Yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know. Twitterverse FBI, that's been an issue. We see the DOJ and the SEC have been going after Musk as well as SpaceX. We also see that the DOJ wants SpaceX to hire non-U.S. citizens, where the DOJ does not hire non-U.S. citizens, but they want Elon to, when he's actually producing rockets that are military-grade rockets that I don't personally think that, unless you have a U.S. citizenship and you've been here for 6.5 years and got that citizenship, I don't think you should be working at the rocket company. That's just my personal opinion. So I don't know. It's just, they've been just hammering Elon. The government has been hammering him for a while, and I don't know why. Because SpaceX is their only ride to space.
Because they're stupid.
The government's only ride to space is Elon. That's it. Okay, so if they want to get astronauts, right, to the ISS, they go through Elon. If they want to get satellites, spy satellites into space, they go through Elon pretty much, right? So it's like, get off this guy's
They
shit
just
already,
wanted, like,
all right? I mean,
F
I don't know.
around with them. That's why.
Yeah, it's like it's bullshit. It really is. It's kind of like it's like, no one is perfect, okay? And so, I'm a fan, but not a fanboy. If he does stupid shit, I'm going to call him out on it, and that's just how I am with everything. It doesn't matter if it's a piece of gear or if it's someone. But when you see the government just going after him, just over and over about stupid stuff, it's just crazy. The latest thing and I did a video on it, they were going after Elon Musk for them building a glass house for Elon. Well, who knows what the frick this glass house is? And I was speculating in my video. I'm like, well, how about if this glass house is a prototype of something that he's working on? How about if the glass house is actually stronger than concrete? How about if the glass house, the walls of the glass house, can transmute from clear to pure black, right? Or how about if those walls actually have photocells built into them so that the entire house is now a power center, basically like a solar panel, but the size of the entire house. Imagine that. So who knows what the hell he's doing, but they're making it into a thing that he's building a glass house, and he's doing it on funds from the business, but for himself. It's like, give me a break already. They don't even know. They complain about shit. They don't even know what they complain about, I think. I don't know. Anyways, I digress. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Now I don't know where we are.
All right. We have 4 minutes and counting. No, 3 minutes and counting.
You opened up a can of whoop ass.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I did. I get passionate about this shit and it gets me like crazy,
Okay. Hudson said, yeah, you would need proper clearance to work with rockets anyway. Wesley Marini, we know why the government doesn't like Elon. John, IHOG, a non-mass router to a mass router? Okay.
A mesh router?
I guess. Real Nikon, I know 2 people that work on military aircraft at different builders. They have specific language in their government contracts that forbid hiring undocumented workers. Mike Hallmark, he snitched them out and covered the cover-up. True that.
Facts.
Hudson, there has to be proprietary info that SpaceX and the Defense Department have in common.
For sure.
Yeah. I see you, JCristina, for president. For the love of God, no.
Hell no.
No, I'll
My
stop
God.
that. I can't. Phil's camping, awesome. Live feed, great to be back. I've been away every Saturday for the past month and missed your live feeds.
So glad you're here.
Happy that you're back. Hudson, or only American citizens. Real Nikon, they are going after Elon for political reasons. End of story. Exactly. Hudson,
sad.
that tech has been around for a while. Glasshouse, interesting. Glasshouse is not real. That's by Bob Howard.
There you
Elon
go.
Posted an X today.
There it is. So it's not even real.
There you go.
He does this kind of stuff, and I love it. He will literally do shit just to piss him off.
Ricky Joe would take anyone from president over Biden. Yes. Phil's camping. Elon is the new Steve Jobs. I didn't think anyone could be like Steve. Hudson, they don't understand in technology, just the bureaucracy. Adrian and Ruth, SpaceX still waiting on FAA?
Yes, they're still waiting on the FAA for this whole Starship thing.
Ronster TV, rather have JCristina than Trump.
There you go.
And we have hit the end of the rainbow, you guys.
Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thanks for hanging out
TGIF.
on this Friday, Labor Day weekend. We hope that you have an awesome 3-day weekend starting 2 hours ago. And
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll see you guys for a while. I don't know if I'll be back next week or not.
She's gonna be gone for a couple of weeks.
I have a lot of stuff coming up, and then
A lot of traveling for you.
Yeah, I'll be gone out of the country for a little while. So.
Yep. But
oh no!
just so you know,
it just started pouring.
Right now, we can't even get back.
No.
Holy shit! So
Suck.
right now, it is like a hurricane outside. I told you the weather is getting really bad. Well, it just hit. Holy shit! Do you hear it?
That's
I'm gonna-
wind.
Yeah. It's like blowing sideways. The
I gotta
wind.
look up the weather because we might be in here and we'll get hit with one of those
So
tornadoes.
anyways, guys, we're not going to leave you yet. We can't even leave. It is literally like a hurricane outside. And you know what? We're just going to test Starlink and T-Mobile. So just so you guys know,
I don't have any internet. I can't even get weather unavailable.
Okay, so switch over to, so I'm going to put this in here. Guys, we're sticking with you temporarily here. All right, let me switch over to here. All right, do you see this right here? All right, I want to show this to you because this is very important. Let me move this out of the way. Now, I've talked to you guys about this in the past. Do you see this? So, you see Starlink is dead. There is no connection right now. Starlink is dead. But look, T-Mobile is what is currently giving us the connection.
Hi, Savannah.
So, if there was no T-Mobile going on right now, then we would not be online anymore. So, as you can see, Speedify, it says that it's connected, right? Well, right now it is only connected through the one connection, which is T-Mobile. When the Ethernet cable comes back, which is Starlink, we're going to be connected with both, so there'll be redundancy. But since we have T-Mobile, we're actually still online. If we only had Starlink right now, we would be gone.
Savannah, you should be with your baby.
Where is
what are
Savannah?
you doing? She's here.
Is she
in
there?
the chat? Yeah,
What are you doing, Savannah? God, it's been a bit.
She said, but Fabi mainly, and that she's my fan.
That's right.
This is what Joe makes me do.
See?
Although I do enjoy the peep, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, it was a good one tonight for sure. Really do appreciate everyone coming and hanging out with us. I'm going to leave this on. Look at this. Do you see that? Starlink popped in just for a split second, and now it's gone again. That just shows how bad rain fade is with it. Because remember, you're communicating with a satellite, right? So the satellite is at 550 kilometers above Earth in LEO or low Earth orbit. So, you know, it's not easy to be able to communicate with all the raindrops because it causes interference. So, whereas T-Mobile, the only reason why we have a really good connection with T-Mobile right now is because I have an antenna outside, a big antenna outside pointing at the tower.
So everyone is just saying, you know, some of us will hang here for a second. Have a great weekend.
Appreciate you guys.
Piney Woods, if Elon builds you a pool, Mother Nature will fill it. Oh, could you imagine?
Could you imagine
You
that?
guys, don't forget to share the video and do that X thing I said last time. Go on X and spread Joe's name. Just
Yeah, do it. Get onto X. Do the X thing. We love Elon, right?
Wait, there was a question that popped up. I2I CU24, any windshields for Starlink, just in case from Fort Lauderdale?
Any what?
Any windshields for Starlink?
Windshields for Starlink.
Is that
what,
to cover?
What is that? Like something to cover the
protect it?
Starlink, to protect it, you mean? You don't need to protect it. You don't need to cover it. It handles rain. It handles the heat. It handles the UV, the ultraviolet rays, all the rest of the stuff. No problem.
Yeah.
It works fine. You don't need to cover it.
All right, I think we're good.
We're out?
Yes.
All
Thank
right,
you
guys.
again, everybody. Have an
Thank you so
awesome
much.
Labor Day weekend, a safe one, and hopefully I'll see you next week. If not, I will see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes. Peter, thank you, as always, for
Share,
being here.
like, poop emoji it, whatever it takes, you know.
How many we end up with? We have
We're
71,000.
16 away from 72,000. Come on, you guys.
That's it. 71,984. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. Many blessings.
Bye.